Labcoat 21 is too powerful. Her level 1 super is debuffing the economy. I see her in more top 8s than I see my own biological father. She's broken. She's killing the game. She needs to be banned. Okay, hold on. Does she really though? In the history of fighting games, there have most definitely been cases of overpowered or overtuned characters. Character balancing is an arduous task, and sometimes a developer's good intentions can morph into a player's nightmare. But in the modern age of fighting games, most players will either just play what's dominating the competition,
just pick Leroy,
or wait for the eventual patch that brings the nigh omnipotent back down to reality.
Please don't do it.
It's for the best.
But there have been cases where characters have actually been banned in competitive fighting game tournaments, and that begs the question, why? In this video, we're going to be looking into 5 different characters from across the genre to answer the question, what makes a character bannable? Akuma, Super Street Fighter II Turbo. Let's get the most obvious one out of the way first. Akuma made his debut in Super Street Fighter II Turbo as a secret boss as well as a selectable hidden character, but you never see him played because he's been banned from virtually every ST tournament on the face of this earth, and for good reason. He's got some of the most powerful projectiles in the game in both his air fireballs that some of the Street Fighter cast just has no answers for, as well as his ground fireballs that can actually lead to block stun infinites in the corner due to their amazing recovery. Couple this with an amazing escape and teleport and extreme damage output, and you have a character that makes even Daigo tremble at their appearance. Hell, there was even an attempt to rebalance Akuma for Super Street Fighter II Turbo HD Remix and make him playable in tournaments, but even that iteration wound up being banned due to a game-breaking bug with his Raging Demon. Picking Akuma even for casual play is pretty frowned upon in certain circles, unless you're Alex Giby, who regularly picks Akuma in the MagFest arcade to bully unsuspecting players because he just can't help himself.
Check out my bobblehead!
Rugal, King of Fighters 2002. Here's a character so powerful, the Mexican government had to get involved. Rugal has always stood out as one of SNK's more powerful boss characters, and his entry in KOF 2002 is no exception. He's selectable as a hidden character in the console and AES versions, and in Unlimited Match, he's right there on the character select screen. Both versions have a Reppuken loop that can lead to a knockout if he successfully locks you down in the corner, as well as a Kaiser Wave hitbox that hits behind him, so if you roll incorrectly, you'll eat 30 plus hits and leave yourself wide open to a round-ending super.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Not to mention he has all the BS damage and excellent tools you'd expect an SNK boss character to have. Rugal's power is synonymous with the phrase Prohibido jugar con Rugal, or roughly translated to forbidden to play with Rugal, due to a few images of the phrase slapped on KOF cabinets around the world. In fact, Rugal is so notorious that former Mexican Governor Jaime Rodriguez Calderon has mentioned him by name. In a tweet celebrating Gamers Day, Calderon said to, quote, enjoy the day and invite some friends to play Call of Duty, Pokemon Unite, or KOF, but without using Rugal. We interrupt this video with a special announcement. We now have shirts, and we also have a Discord for you to talk about buying our shirts in. Find links for both in the description below. Noob Saibot, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Originally debuting as a secret fight in Mortal Kombat 2, Noob Saibot made his first playable appearance in the console versions of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and was promptly banned on arrival. As covered in Ketchup's breakdown of the character, he has a wide assortment of launchers like his teleport and clone throw that lead to huge damage, as well as incredibly simple and damaging combos that sometimes only require mashing on one button. But his deadliest move is his Disabler Ball. Hit your opponent with this move and it removes the ability for your opponent to block, as well as removes the hitboxes on their attacks, making them completely defenseless. And due to the incredibly fast recovery on Clone Toss, he can throw one of these out on your wake up for a guaranteed hit. Essentially, if he hits you with one of these, the round is over. To make matters worse, in MK Trilogy, he's got most of these tools in addition to an infinite off of his teleport throw. All of this makes him one of the only characters ever to be banned in the MK series outside of selectable boss characters. Gives a whole new meaning to throwing encouraged, doesn't it? Necrid, Soul Calibur 2. In all of our prior cases of bans in this video, there have been clear reasons why each was removed from competitive play. But with Soul Calibur 2's Necrid, the reasons are a bit murkier, as he's not a particularly strong character. For the console release of Soul Calibur 2, 4 guest characters were announced for each port of the game. Heihachi for the PlayStation 2 version, Link for GameCube, and Spawn for Xbox. The 4th character, Necrid, also designed by Spawn creator Todd McFarlane, would be available on all consoles and would also be banned along with the other 3 exclusives. Was it because each character was insanely broken in their own right? Nope. In fact, some SC2 players consider Necrid to be one of the worst in the game, citing his lack of mobility and weak loads as major weaknesses. So why the ban? Well, according to forum posts on 8-Way Run, the console-exclusive characters were all banned due to them not being available in the arcade version of the game, which was the focus of tournaments at the time. But with the release of Soul Calibur 2 HD in 2013, these bans were removed, and all characters are now legal for tournament play, finally allowing Necrid to live up to his full low-tier potential. Kakyoin, Heritage for the Future. When it comes to Capcom's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Fighter, Heritage for the Future, everyone loves to mention Pet Shop. And for good reason, as he's immune to lows, has an amazing tool in icicles, and is clearly one of the best characters in the game. Not to mention, he's a smug prick about it too. But what if I told you there was another, possibly even more powerful character lurking in JoJo's roster? Enter Kakyoin. Kakyoin is not only one of the best characters in all of the JoJo franchise, he's also one of the most powerful characters in the Capcom Fighter, as he has no losing matchups. His normals in both his stand-on and off modes are incredibly strong, and he has some of the best mobility in the game with his ground dash and infinite air dashes as long as his stand is activated. He also has one of the best moves in the game in the form of his nets. These things will stay on the field for up to 29 seconds unless Kakyoin is thrown, and will stun an opponent and or cause an automatic stand crash if they connect, negating most characters' best options in the process. Coupled with his mobility and normals, the nets give Kakyoin an incredibly strong tool to apply wherever needed and help power his amazing Oki game. Throw one of these bad boys on an opponent's wake up, and they'll either keep them in place or stun them if they try to fight back, allowing Kakyoin to loop them back into the same wake up situation over and over again.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
So there you have it, 5 cases of characters banned in competitive fighting games. You know, nightmare characters are one thing, but nightmare matchups, that's a whole different ballgame. And if you want to see some of the worst matchups in fighting games, then you need to check out this video right here. I warn you though, it's not for the faint of heart. Many thanks to our wonderful patrons for making videos like this happen, including our special contributor, Fightstick, who wants to use their promotional spot to promote Infill's amazing fighting game Glossary. Go check it out at glossary.infill.net.